Hello, Fired Up Squad. Welcome again to another episode of the Fired Up Show. We are super excited to be here today. We give all the glory to God for another time, another opportunity to come together, to listen, to learn, to of course to even share again on how we can put our finances together when it comes to our personal finances, our business finances. I want to say welcome again. I am super excited to have you here. If you are joining us for the first time or if you have been part of the community, welcome again. Every Thursday we meet here, and my name is Omolola Oyewumi, fondly called Lola Wealth, the Fired Up Show Queen, or I'll call myself, a Fired Up Queen. And I am a wealth system architect and the founder of the Lola Wealth the founder of Lola Wealth LLC and the Fired Up movement. So we are welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And I want you to put it in the chat where you are joining us from. We have a global community. So if you are joining us from Australia, from Canada, from US, from United Kingdom, where are you joining us from? I want you to put it in the chat. Where are you joining us from? I want to see where are you joining us from. Let's see where you are joining us from. Super, super, super excited. Thank you, everyone. I am super excited. Thank you. And I want to thank you. Put a shout out to my team members. Toby is behind the scene there, helping us, getting good in terms of being on here. Thank you so much. And the entire team as well. I want to say thank you. All right, let's get into it. I'm super excited for what we'll be talking about today. I'm telling you, it's mind blowing. When I started, working on this, researching, praying even for what we'll be talking about in the new month, and I want to welcome you again into a beautiful month of April. And I started thinking about what are we going to, talk about. We have so many things to talk about, but what is in the heart of God for us to talk about as a community, as wealth builders? And then today's topic is very exciting, and what we'll be talking about even for the whole month of April, which is progressive prosperity. Progressive prosperity. But today's conversation is going to be around prosperity doesn't wait for perfection. Prosperity doesn't wait for perfection. So we'll be talking about how celebrating you, and of course, how taking one step after another has been, is prosperous for us. We're going to be getting into the real definition of prosperity. And of course, as we are stepping into Q2 of 2026, what does prosperity mean for us? What does it mean for us to position ourselves, to operate from that place of abundance? And of course, we're going to be talking about so many good things that can help us even in the course of the year and of course the course of the decade. So super excited. Once again, I want to welcome you. Welcome again to Fired Up Show. Today's episode, what episode are we? Episode 17 or so, yes. So I am glad you are here. Thank you for joining us. This is the first Thursday of April. Just like I said, I want you to know that this is not just a new month. This is a new assignment for us because we have a clean canvas. We have a clean month for us to design the life that you want. Live that bedazzled life. You don't have to wait, And what we're talking about today, we even show you to know that you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. God has given us this theme for progressive prosperity for the month of April. So you're going to be seeing today as the foundation, and of course, to the course of the month of April, you will see how we're going to be building upon it, right? So if you have ever said that I will start when I am ready, because remember, we are talking about prosperity doesn't wait for perfection. And that is what we are talking about today, the foundation. If you ever say that I will invest when I earn more, this happens to best of us. We always want to procrastinate. We always want to wait for the right time. We always want to wait for the right time. If everything going in your head is always like, I am not prepared, by the time I'm earning more, I'll get serious when time is right, and all of those things that we're always putting aside, guess what? The next 20 to 30 minutes is for you. So you are going to be getting into what we are talking about today. It's going to shift something for you. So let's get started. But before we go anywhere, because April is, we know something is changing, even how we show up in the Fired Up movement in our community. We want to, as just like my mentor, my coach, my pro coach DDK always say, turning the prophetic to pragmatic, or vice versa, turning the prophetic to pragmatic. So we are not just only talking about strategies here or tips and hacks and how we can get better. We are going to be prophetic. We are going to be voice printing, what we desire. And this is the right time for you to let you know that I am coming up with a new book. A newest book is coming out, which is Voice Printing Your Wealth. Voice Print Your Wealth is going to be more around declaration, declaring what is not as though it is, right? So as we're going to get started, I want to do something that we'll start to do going forward for every time we show up here at the Fired Up Show, which is declaring. We want to activate. We are not just going to be teaching here, but we will be activating through our voice. So I need you to do something right now. So wherever you are, if you're in your car, if you're holding your phone, if you're having a lunch, or if you're on your desk, if you're anywhere you are right now, I want you to do something, say this word out. Say this word out. Where I all right, hold on. I want to put it up here. Okay, this is a declaration. So this month, I want you to, declare with me. Don't just read this declaration. I want you to say it, that this month, I will not wait for perfect condition. Even going forward, beyond this month, I am not going to wait for perfect condition. I will move with what I have. I wanted to say it out loud. I will move with what I have. I will build with where I am, where I currently am right now. I am going to build. I am a wealth builder. So I wanted to say it. My wealth is already in forward motion. Either I am coming out of debt, either I am paying off, my school loan, my student loan, my credit card loan, my mortgage loan. My wealth is already in a forward motion. My wealth is already in a forward motion. And say this last one like you really mean it. Progress is prosperity, and I choose to move. Progress is prosperity, and I choose to move. And I want you to hold that, because we are coming back to it before this is over, before this session is over. We are coming back to it. All right. I want you to drop in the comments, drop fire emoji in the comments if you declare this out loud. I want to see it. I want to see that fire emoji in the chat. Drop it in the chat. If you really declare this and you say it like you mean it, and you even continue to say it every time, you just remember about your wealth building habit, about your wealth building voice, printing it, right? Because before you see it in your account, before you see that prosperity, before you see that zero and wealth and abundance, before you see it even in figures, it has to happen here first in your mind. So when you see it, and when you get in that mode and those voices begin to come, like, who do you think you are? What are you doing? You don't have this and that. Guess what? Voice print that word. Voice print it. Say it out loud. All right? So that is it. Let's get into it. I love the statistics, and really it shocked me. And I know that we currently, talk about data driven, why we are doing what we are doing, because it's very important. We are not just coming here to just talk, and no, we are talking from a place of, this is reality. This is reality. And I want to put this number in front of you, because I need you to understand that the problem that we are talking about today is not a personal failure. It's global. It's a systemic gap. Seriously, this is a systemic gap that affects even the highest earner in the country. 36% of Americans, they are earning $250,000 and above per year. And out of the statistics, 36% of them, of these high earners, they are living paycheck to paycheck. Can you believe that? They are living paycheck to paycheck. These are not people that are struggling. These are not average people. A quarter million in a year, annually, living paycheck to paycheck. Do you see? And the second statistic that I want you to know, and I'm really using US as, a point of reference here. It even depends on what country you are in. You can look at the data and really go down granular into it. But 57%, which is more than half of US adults, cannot afford a 1,000 emergency without going into debt. Can you imagine that? And this 1,000, this is the medical bills we're talking about. This is one car repair we're talking about. This is one expected flight to home we're talking about. Do you see? They cannot afford 1,000 of this emergency, more than half of adults in the United States. And of course, this last one, this one stopped me in my track when I first saw it. $87,000. That is the average retirement that an American between ages of 44 to 54, they have. Average, not 34, not 44 years old. 54 years old, 44 to 54 years old people who have been in workforce for over 20 years, 30 years, have only 87,000 average in retirement savings. Wow. Do you see that? I want you to understand one thing today. High income, and I know we say it a lot here in our community, for a lot of us just joining us, and this is going to be a refresher for you. Either you are watching this live right now on LinkedIn and on YouTube, or you are watching the replay. Here is what I want you to understand, that high income is not the same as wealth. High income is not the same as wealth. Let me say that out. High income is not the same as wealth. The fact that you are earning well is not the same as you are building well. So we want to change that script for us, for young professionals, for high income earners, for all of you hearing me today. You are thinking, when am I going to retire? In the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, you're 25 years old. You're thinking in 10 years, I want to retire. I want to do my own thing. I want to come out of corporate America or corporate space. You want to be your own boss. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to be a founder. You want to be a CEO. You are started to think about that right now. Earning well is not the same as building well. And what the solution is, which is wealth system we're talking about, we build system. And I want you to put in chat, because I really want you to engage in this. Put it in the chat. Are you resonating? Are you resonating with what we are talking about today? Are you resonating? Do you get it? That the fact that you are earning well is not the same as because you are building wealth well. It's not the same thing. It doesn't equate to wealth. A real system, intentional wealth system that you're building is the one that is going to answer all of this. Because while you are earning well, you want to have a system, oil-well engineered machine that is going to be turning that into wealth for you. And that's what we are building. That's what we are building. A lot of you will say, you know what, I am still small. Or even some of us, it's not even entering into our hearts. We just want to work and then wait until 65. Then it dawned on us that we are retiring. There is something that I want you to take out of today's conversation. And of course, so many other things. But there is a cost of waiting. There is a cost of waiting. If you're waiting to, you know what? This is really hard. This is really hard, disheartening. When you are waiting, it is even more expensive. More expensive decision you're making right now. Why is it that waiting is the most expensive decision? Now, I want you to talk about something. I want to talk about something nobody, even a lot of people are not talking about it in the industry, financial industry. And if you are here watching this, if you are hearing my voice today, if you are watching this replay, the replay of this session, this is what I want you to point. This is what I want to tell you. This is what I want to point out. If nobody told you when you were starting off, I am telling you this: the most expensive financial decision you will ever make. A lot of people, most professionals, they make it. High earners, they make it. It's not because they are making bad investment, or it's a bad debt that they are into. It's not even the lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation, we call it lifestyle creep, right? But because they are waiting for the right time. Waiting for the right time. I want you to look at this chart very well. Look at this chart. If you invest a $500 a month, $500 starting at the age of 25 at a 7% average annual returns, you will have amassed or compounded 1.4 million by retirement. Isn't that crazy? 1.4 whooping million by retirement. But if you say, okay, you know what, let me wait until I'm 30. I have my family, I have all of that, I have my second job. Now I have, let me just start to invest. Let me start to plan for retirement. The same $500 per month at the 7% average annual returns, you would have compounded 1 million. If you wait till 35 years old, you have $698,000. A lot of us, we say, you know what, I'm retiring early, just like I did. I retired at the age of 40 years, come out of corporate and, doing what I'm doing, enjoying my life, teaching, coaching, consulting, and doing all of this, teaching people about coming out of paycheck dependence, breaking free from paycheck dependence into building wealth, having this wealth system building or wealth operating system you're building. At the age of 40, saving $500. By the time I retire at the average age of 65 years old, guess what? I would have saved $472,000. Let me come home. Do you see the difference between starting at age 25, waiting until 60, waiting until 30 is $747,000 lost? Wow. This is not making a bad decision or bad investment decision because you waited 5 years to start. This is what I need you to carry with you from this, conversation we are having today. Time is one of the assets, one of the biggest assets you cannot earn back. Time, because people that say time is equal to money, it's not the same. A lost time you cannot regain. A lost money you can regain. You can earn more. You can rebuild from loss, but you cannot buy back the years you waited. The years, only God that restores time, right? But even the one that restores time, guess what? That time is still wasted because it would have accumulated even those times that you're waiting. So today, right now, is the youngest you will ever be again. Today is the youngest I will ever be today. This is not a doom, a threat, a pessimistic statement. This is just a time for you to reflect. This is an invitation for you. All right? So let's move. Yes, every time I tell you that when you think about prosperity, we are going to be changing what that means. Reframe prosperity to not just a destination. It's not a destination because the word prosperity has been hijacked. When most people hear prosperity, they picture a moment where there is a windfall or a big check or a big promotion, a sudden breakthrough, that happened, that changes everything overnight. That is not the same thing as prosperity. That is not what I'm talking about. And honestly, the version of prosperity is what keeps most people stuck because they are waiting for that moment that may never come instead of building a movement that never stops. Begin to build it brick upon brick, step upon step, step by step until you, of course, because prosperity is a journey. It's not a destination. And I want you to look at the contrast here, if you can see it very well. Look at the contrast here on the slide. A windfill. The whole definition of prosperity is this, big promotion, sudden breakthrough. Look at that compared to the new definition of prosperity we are talking about, which is the forward motion. You are building in stages, brick after brick, right? Step after step. You are compounding daily. And we say it here a lot. Albert Einstein talk about the eighth wonder of the world. Eighth wonder of the world is compounding interest. He said those who understand it, they earn it. And those that don't understand it, you do what? You pay it. And you pay it in your car note. You pay it in your student loan. You pay it in your credit card loan. That is how you are paying the compounding, right? But if truly you are earning from the compounding, then you are putting your money that is compounding, beating inflation of 3%, right? That is coming at 7%, at 8%, at 9%. You are getting those property in terms of real estate. Guess what? You are building wealth. So if you look at that contrast between the two of them, you can see the new progressive prosperity we are talking about is not just a destination. It's a daily compounding step, direction that you're building, forward motion that you're building. Do you feel the difference? One is passive, one is active. One requires luck, one requires intention. Progressive prosperity is intentionality. You have to be intentional about it. It's not because you are lucky or because you just suddenly wake up and you become an overnight success. No. You don't want prosperity to happen to you. You want to build one. Because people that are waiting, wait for long. You wait for long. Progressive prosperity means that your wealth is always in a forward motion. And I'm here to encourage you today that if you pay off that debt, if you take that, you achieve that milestone, even as small as it is prosperity. Because guess what? You are progressing. Don't forget it, and I want you to put it in your notes if you are writing. Progressive prosperity means that your wealth is always in a forward motion. You are always building. You are always becoming more than it was, more than you are yesterday. Remember this, it doesn't require perfection. It does not require perfection. You just need to have direction. You need to move forward. Move forward. And that's one shift, that step after another, because you are not chasing a perfect moment. You are moving from chasing that moment, that perfection. You are moving it to committing to a forward direction. That is the one that changes everything for us. And I know Jim Rohn talks about something. Thank you so much for a lot of people that joined today. I can see my sister, I can see Ibukun, I see Toby. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And I wanted to continue to put this in your, as you in the course of this Q2, that what is that thing that is going to change everything for me? Let me remove this. What is that thing that is going to change everything for me? If you don't design your own life plan, who will? Who will? Who will? And we'll continue to talk about that wealth, that life design, wealthy life design. We talk about it a lot. I'll continue to talk about it. Jim Rohn is my teacher and is my mentor. Of course, I've been hearing, his personal development, leadership, over and over for many years. And he says something that changes everything that I see, or that changes the way I see everything. Let me put it that way. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are that you will fall into someone else's plan. And their plan is not a good plan. Just like I always say it, even in with Uncle Sam here. If you're in US or any part of the world and you don't have a plan for yourself, for legacy, for your children, or for a cause, you don't have a plan. Guess what? Uncle Sam has a plan, and their plan is not the best plan. It's not much. I want you to let this one sink in a little bit. Read this again in your spirit. Read it. Read it. If you don't design your own wealth plan, your employer will. The tax system will. Your spending habit will. The market will. Someone or something will determine your financial future. And they're not thinking about your freedom. No. Do you know what they're thinking? Thinking about themselves. And this is why I do what I do. I'm so passionate about it, to let you see, get that clarity about building and planning wealth for yourself. Have that financial future. Determine what your financial future is. Build a plan. Do you see this? And if you're putting it down, put it down. Write it. If you don't design your own wealth plan, your employer will. The tax system will. Your spending habits will. The market will. Somebody, somewhere will determine your financial future. And they are not thinking about your freedom. You should think about it. And that is why I do what I do. And I'm saying it again. Design your wealth, or someone else will design your limit. That's good. Design your wealth, or someone else will design your limit. If that resonates with you, I wanted to put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put fire emoji in the chat. Put it, I am designing my wealth. I am designing my wealth. I'm designing my future, my financial future. I want you to put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I am really loving this. Yes. Design your wealth. Design your wealth, or someone else will design your limits. Someone else will design your limits. That's the reason the Fired Up movement exists. You want to be intentional about designing your wealth. We are talking about prosperity progress, or progressive prosperity, because guess what? We are in Q2. You have to be intentional about designing your wealth, or someone else will design your limits. You don't want someone else. You don't want the system. You don't want the tax system to design your wealth. Isn't this beautiful? Right? All right, let's get into it. I'm loving it. I'm really, really loving it. We are talking about 3 perfection trap, because a lot of people hold back for that time that is perfect. Hold back for that system that is perfect. Hold back until they are earning well. There is trap. I will be sharing with you 3 traps. Which one has been living in your head? And I will tell you the one that has been living in my head, that has really, make me shrink or wait or delay to right now. If I want to be honest with you, I will keep it real, because guess what? We are always keeping it real here in Fired Up. We always keep it real. We keep it real. A lot of us, high performing professional, that's how I put it here, high performing professional. A lot of us, we are earning well, we are doing well, right? A lot of us, we are not lazy, because we are doing that job. We are putting the 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours into our job. We have that second job just to augment, just to help our family, to get better. A lot of us, we are not lazy, but we are waiting because we are falling into one of the 3 very trap that we're going to be sharing today. Number 1 is, I will start when I earn more. I will start when I earn more. I will start when I earn more. This is living in our head, and to the best of us, not just only you, to the best of us. And it sounds so responsible, so wise, which is like, yes, I will invest when I earn more. That is you not paying yourself first. That is you paying yourself last. You say, I just need a little more income, and then I'll be ready to build. Guess what? I will be ready. The habits that you don't build when you are earning $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 will not magically appear by the time you are earning $180,000. because you don't have a system for it. What is going to be helping us today is going to be the system. More income without a system just means that there is more money that you are leaving on the table. More money is coming through your hand because there is no system. And I will tell you, I've seen this over and over and over, working with different professionals, earning at different level in their, in their income. Because the system you build today is what the future income will flow into. Without a system, the race you just have that race. You raise your lifestyle, not your wealth. So I want you to think about this. Don't wait for that perfect time, because there is that perfect time. The perfect time will not come. Will never come. It's not a cause. The perfect time will never come. Think about it like I have a system. Anytime this amount of money enter my hand, 10% goes to this place, 12% goes to this place, 60% goes into my expenses. That is the system we are building. So if there you have a raise, either you have a compensation, either you have a bonus, as it's coming into your hand, you have a system of how the money is being distributed. And guess what? You have to pay yourself first. The second trap that I want to share with you is I need to be debt-free first. This one is very tricky because I will tell you that the same thing happened to me. But because I got a coach, I got a mentor, I started investing in courses, invested in coaching. I started having, the conversation around what do I need to, because I had student loan debt, I have car loan debt, I have mortgage debt. Guess what? The system is built so that you can continuously live on debt. But you are a high performing a professional, you have to build your own wealth operating system such that it favors you. Because remember, the plan that the system have for you is not a plan. You have to build your own wealth plan. Because we are constantly, a lot of us, and there's statistics that talks about it, about how many Americans that are earning well are in debt. A lot of us say, I want to get clean before I build, right? I need to be debt-free first. No, you don't have to be debt-free first. It can go hand in hand. It can move simultaneously. Wealth building and debt elimination, they are not enemies. You need a strategy. You need a strategy. You need a strategy. You need a strategy. While you wait to complete the debt, right, before investing, compounding interest, you are leaving that on the table. You don't want to wait completely debt-free before investing. We talk about the most powerful forces, the eighth wonder of the world, the most powerful force in wealth building is compounding interest. And this keeps passing you by the time you say, I want to be completely debt-free. No, strategy. Time does not pause for you to pay off your debt. Time does not pause for your debt payoff plan. Time is going. Move on multiple fronts simultaneously. Be more intentional. Build a system, right? That if I pay off this credit card debt, or if I pay this certain amount, you invest in the one that, you are having 6%, 7%, that is beating the inflation, that is beating the high interest, card or car note or mortgage that you have. It can go simultaneously. You just need strategy. And I think I've shared it here too as well. There's avalanche plan or avalanche strategy. There is a snowball strategy for you to pay all your debt. And while you are doing that, guess what? You are putting that your $50, that $100, that $500, that $1,000, putting it aside to build your wealth. All right, let's quickly get to trap number 3. And this one is the most dangerous. I'm not just ready yet. And this sound noble. It sounds like, yes, this is responsible. No. it has no finish line. There is no moment when you will feel fully ready. Ready is not a feeling. Ready is a decision. I will be ready is a decision. You have to make that decision. You have to be intentional about it. The professionals who build real wealth don't wait until they feel confident. They build confidence by taking action. We build confidence by taking action, by taking one step after another. That is how we build confidence. Prosperity rewards the one who moves anyways. Remember, we are talking about progressive prosperity. If you are taking that step, you are doing it afraid. You have some questions, some agitation in your heart. You pray over it. You take the step. You do it afraid. You do it anyways. Look at gold, for example. Look at other investment. People that, what, let me just do this one. Let me just buy this one. Let me keep. Let me just put this one. Let me buy half a bar. Let me buy this, Look at how gold has skyrocketed. For people who invested in that, guess what? They are balling right now. They are balling. They are balling. God is going to help us to see opportunity. And when we see opportunity, we are going to take chances of it. Ready is not a feeling. Ready is a decision. That's so good. I wanted to put in the chat. I wanted to put in the comments. Which trap has been living in your head? For me, the one that I will earn more, I will save more when I earn more, has been the one in my head for so long. But how did I overcome that? I built a system. So there is this, I don't know where I got that. I think I read it from a book that talks about, this circle. When you have this circle that have savings, it has your expenses. Expenses take a larger part of your income, your savings, the one that taxes will take. So it's like a pie chart. And seeing that picture, I think maybe next week, I'm going to share that picture with you. You will see, you get your income is a whole circle, and you see the expenses is taking like half of the income. Taxes, other portion goes to this, and only 5% goes to savings. And I was like, this is how I'm living. No, I want to have it was a 60, 10, 10, 10, or 50, 20, 10, 10, 5, 5, something like that. That's the system, such that 40% or 50% goes into, not 50% is too much. 40% goes into expenses like my mortgage, my car note, and all of that. 20% goes into 401k. Is it 20? 20% goes into 401k investment. 10% or 20% goes into taxes, because guess what? We have to pay taxes. And a portion goes into miscellaneous, we call it benevolence. Yeah, right? You give your parents, you give your brother, your sister, you give to church, you pay your tithe and all of that, right? And the other ones go into savings. So that pie chart really changed it for me. So for you, which one is living in your head? Which of those three? Let me put it up again. Look at it very well. Which of those three is living in your head? Which of this is it that I will start when I earn more? That was my own. I need to be debt-free first. I had a little bit of that one while I was paying off my debt as well, right? But the third one that says that I'm not just ready yet, that has never been me. Because guess what? As I am building, as I'm paying off that debt, I am doing something. I am constantly in an environment where they are talking about investment, they're talking about savings, right? And this has always helped me. So I want you to put in the chat, which one do you think you're struggling with? Is it the first one, second? I want to know. I want you to name it, because clarity helps. Naming it is the first step to break free from this trap. And the shift, right now, let's go into the shift. How will you get, solution? And we're going to, quickly wrap up, because we always talk about 45 minutes, which we are getting closer to the end of this conversation today. The three shift that is going to help you from earning to owning, from reacting to designing, and from motion to momentum. You're going to this one is going to blow your mind, because you have to take one step. You have seen the gaps, you have seen the traps, right? And sometimes you can feel, oh, this is not me, because it doesn't really feel that way. But guess what? You have to think, be in that reflective mode. In fact, this time is a time of the year where we are reflecting, because our Christ, the Lord Jesus Christ, goes to the grave, rise, what is it right? Rise, risen. He died, he rose up at the third day, he showed himself and he went to heaven, preparing a place for us. It's a time of reflecting, So even while you are reflecting about the death, the resurrection and the ascension of Jesus Christ, I want you to even put into perspective your finances. What is it that I'm going to do differently? If you are really acing the game in terms of your finances, how can you get better? What is the next level for you to even get into more wealth, right? So from trap, we are going into the shift. We are diagnosed the problem. Remember, we have the trap and we want to activate the solution. These are the three things that I will tell you from earning to owning, right? From earning to owning. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Toby. Yeah, so we have an assessment that, I'm going to be sharing the QR code shortly, such that you're going to know the diagnosis. You're going to really know where you are. It's very important. And you can put it in the comment as well. This assessment is really top tier assessment that is going to diagnose you onto like where you are right now. You want to move from, and then by the time you complete the assessment, it's going to blow your mind. Like I'm really doing well, but there is always next level to my wealth. Or I'm struggling, I'm a starter, or I'm a builder, or I'm an accelerator, or I'm a trailblazer. You're going to get the profile, you're going to see where you are, right? And then that first step, the clarity, then you're going to get into the next level. What do I need to do, to get into my next level? All right, shift number one here is you want to move from earning to owning. Move from earning to owning. Earnings really means that you are trading your time for money right now. You have to clock in. You have to be there, present in your place of work. The moment you stop showing up today, the money stop coming. That is from earning to owning. That is from earning because you have to show up. Owning means that you have assets, you have investment, you have equity, you have income streams, you have structures, you have system that is generating value, whether you are in the room or not. And it doesn't happen overnight. Guess what? We build it. It can take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. It can take 10 years. But guess what? Progressive prosperity. You are moving. Even in part of because I just came back from Santorini, and of course, the visionary retreat that we did in the course of Q1 of 2026, my pro coach talked about, this is one of the milestones. See, talk about Isaac growing, and he continued to grow until he became very prosperous. Do you see? There is always a growth curve when it comes to our finances. So we just want to grow and prosper alone, but want to prosper and prosper in the land. And we are increased 1,000 times more, even 1,000,000 times more. God has that. He has created us to want more, to desire more. He has created more for us. And because our God is a God of more. So I want you to move from, have this mentality, have this a mindset shift that you are coming out from earning to owning. Own what is yours. Have that asset that generates value, whether you are in the room or not. Progressive prosperity begins the moment you start converting your earnings into ownership. That's when your wealth starts moving on its own. Let's get into the second shift, right? From reacting to designing, we design our life here. We design the life we want. We call it our bedazzled life. And if you know very well, you know this is the word that I got from my pro coach, DDK. A bedazzled life. Most people, most professionals, they manage money reactively. The bill comes, they pay it. The month ends, they check what is left and they spend it. The emergency hits, they figure it out. Well, really, designing means that you are building your wealth operating system. I'll be teaching on this one. And for a lot of us that we want to get onto my 90 days wealth system academy or wealth system program, you even build your robust, 10 years, because we think in decade, right? Right now, I am, I retired at 40. I am about 40. In the next 10 years, by 50, what are the legacy that I must have put? We are thinking about our wealth operating system. What am I going to build? What legacy am I building? What impact am I building? right? Living my purposeful life. So designing means that you are building that wealth operating system before life demands it, before the taxes come, before IRS come, before Uncle Sam come, before family comes, before that, request comes from family, from friends, even from our children. Every time my kids will just come, look at it, this is one here. They will just come, mommy, we'll have this one, another money. Mommy, we want this one. Everybody wants they want a slice of the pie from what we are earning. But designing means that you already design it. This is the amount, that is the system we're talking about. This is the amount that is going to benevolence, and that's it. If that money is, if it finishes, that's the end. You know what? Let's see again next month. That is building your system, your wealth system. Building and designing means that you know your fire number. Your fire number. What is the fire number? Financial independent, retire early. Guess what? You're going to get that in your assessment. So go ahead. Let me pull up this assessment so that you're going to do this assessment. Let me see. I will still have so much to cover, right? But guess what? We are just starting. We are laying the foundation today. We continue next week. If you see the flyer, you know that it's part one. We have so much to cover. I'm not going to rush it because we already have so much to go work with, think, reflect, and see where the gaps are and what shift am I making? What is that one thing I'm taking out of today's conversation? I want you to scan this QR code and then take that assessment. The assessment will help you. The assessment is going to really help you. It will help you. And then, of course, we get into the declaration shortly. But the fired up assessment, this is one thing that you take out, of course, out of other things. This is one thing you take out of today's conversation. I want you to take this. This is a tool that I built specifically for you, for high-performing professional, for high-earning professional, for Black professional, for African and diaspora. If you are here, you're a professional here in US, in UK, in Australia, you are here doing the job because you come here, because you have a desire, you have a goal. You're a professional, you are high earner. You are ready to get honest about where you are or where things are actually are on the journey to your financial independence. You have to take this. This is not where you think you are. This is not where you hope you are. No, where you actually are. This one is going to help you. It's really going to help you. So I want you to take the assessment. So let's quickly go back to this and then we quickly finish it up. All right, the last one, which is from motion to momentum. From motion, the last shift is that you want to move from motion. You want to start to have that momentum. A lot of people, a lot of professionals, I would say, they are in financial motion. They are doing things here and there. They are moving. But motion without direction doesn't create momentum. So we have to position ourselves in such a way that we are moving in that motion. All right. Okay. Yes, absolutely. We are coming here for the part 2. We are diving deeper, right? Because we have identified, we have the shifts, what's next, right? Which is going to be, really helping us. So what the last thing I'm talking about, the last shift is from motion to momentum, So you want to make sure that the momentum is creating, it's creating consistency. Momentum means consistency, meaning that you are moving in the right direction, that your small move, that your intentional action, every time you have that delayed gratification, every time you think about things before you buy it, right? All these actions, they are compounding. They start to compound and you begin to feel real movement towards your financial independence. So if you started it 1 month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago, and nothing is really moving, guess what? You are getting momentum. Just be consistent, continue it. These are the 3 shifts that are the foundation of your progressive prosperity journey. And I know that this has blessed you. I want you to continue to think about this. I want you to share this video with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues, that are really earning well. They are high performing professional. They are really earning, but there is no system in place. There is no wealth operating system creating for themselves for the next decade, for the fourth, fifth, sixth generation that is coming. So I want you to continue to, think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Someone is sitting in the shade right now because someone planted it. Someone planted this. Someone planted this tree a long time ago. I want you to think about it. The person sitting in the shade, they didn't plant that tree. They are benefiting from someone's decision. They made this decision long before they arrived. That is legacy. That is generational wealth. That is what we are building here. So the question is, are you planting trees today? Are you planting the trees today? Are you planting it for yourself? Are you planting it for your children, for the people who will come after you? Or you are waiting until the conditions are perfect before you plant? The best time to build was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Not next month. Not when the debt is paid off. Not when you feel ready, but right now. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. So let me go back here. Yes, I want you to scan this QR code. Scan it, take the assessment. It's going to really help you diagnose you where you are, not where you think you are, not where you hope you are, but where you really are. So before I go, all right, I want you to remember just one thing from today. And of course, out of all of the things that we'll talk about, this one should not leave your mind. That progress is prosperity. Coming out of Santorini, and I have the opportunity to share with my visionaries, in the room, talking about Fired Up book, Get Fired Up book, right? I told them, I said, this week, I am more wealthy. I talk about people wealth because there are different kind of wealth. Money is the least when it comes to the spectrum of wealth. We are talking about or generating wealth. I am more wealthy in terms of people wealth. So when you look at prosperity, look at it and think about progress. How are you doing? Progress is prosperity, not perfection. Not perfection. It's not a windfall. It's not an overnight success. Not a perfect plan executed perfectly. Progress, forward motion, one intentional step at a time. That is prosperity. You don't have to wait until perfection. Neither should I wait until perfection. Prosperity doesn't wait for perfection, I would say. Neither should you wait for perfection. All right, this is week 1 of April journey. And next Thursday, we are going deeper. We talk about what we are actually, we talk about the designing your wealth on purpose, designing your wealth on purpose. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it for anything in this world. So I really want you to come expectant. So if today's episode added value to you, to your life today, I wanted to share it right now. Target professionals in your life that needs to hear this message. Someone who is earning well, but quietly they are struggling underneath. They are doing fine on the paper, but underneath there is struggle, there is unsettling, there is questions. They need this community. They need to be here. They need to hear this. So I want you to drop a comment. Tell me, what is your one big takeaway from today? What is your one big takeaway from today? And also, let me tell you something that has been cooking. By the 16th of April, we're going to be having a webinar that's going to be really helping you to even go more into where you are in terms of your fire journey. Is going to help you in terms of building the wealth operating system. You're going to go out with clarity with what you need in the next decade, in the next 5 years to really retire early. So I want you to put it in your calendar. More information is coming up on this webinar, April 16. I want you to put it in your calendar. Block it. Is it going to be a Saturday? Book about 2 hours, 2.5 hours for this. It's going to blow your mind. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm really excited. My name is Tola Wealth, and I am the Fired Up Queen, and this is Fired Up Show. We come here every Thursday to light the fire under your financial future. Do you hear that? We light the fire under your financial future. All right, so until next week, I want you to keep moving forward. I want you to stay fired up. Thank you so much, and God bless you.